Hello, everyone. Tessa here, and I am doing a T-scored marketing tip for you guys without my co-host, which is sad, but Tracy is not able to hop on with us live today, but I figured I would give you guys a couple quick tips, marketing tips that I have found help to keep my sanity during busier times. And that's what it's all about, being able to maintain the optimal customer service while you're busy. And for some businesses, I know right now it may not be as busy. And I know there's a lot going on in the world at this moment. So if nobody shows up for this live, it's okay, because I know there's a lot going on. But, hectic times, stress, COVID, everything that's going on, there's a lot that can distract us in our business. And I am falling victim to that myself, just busier schedules and having to get ready for holidays. So what I can tell you are my top 5 tips for how I keep my sanity. And it's hard because we work with over 300 different, well, more than that, as far as companies that we work with on a regular basis. And so some of the things that I do in my business involve getting other people in from the team to help be accountable and really understand the importance of what their roles are. And if you are a solopreneur, you might need somebody just even during your busy season. So that is a really good way to keep your sanity, is to give some of the tasks away. And it's really hard for us that the 18 different hats that are involved in our business all the time. And so one thing that I can say is, if there is something that you do because you love to do it, but it could easily be delegated, delegate that. Because if it's something that somebody else can be doing and you could get back more of your time, but you keep it because you just love it, or you keep it because you think you have to be the one doing it, then it's not an effective use of your time. So for sure, delegate out to people. I know my hair's wild today. Hello, everyone. If you're watching live, just hashtag live. It looks like we had a bunch of people pop into our live today. So I am talking about the 5 tips to handle busy times in your business and keep your sanity. But the first one is to delegate what you can delegate, and to have people that are on your team that you're delegating to understand how important they are to the bigger picture. Just giving somebody a task and saying, here's the deadline, is not as effective as saying, hey, we're really trying to do XYZ with this specific client. We have this launching here. Our appointment is at this time. We need to be able to give them all this information at that time so that they understand the bigger picture. What we tend to do is give people just a task, and we don't tell them why. And so they're not vested in delivering that item at that time. So giving them a little bit more information about why we're doing what we're doing. Also, for me, being able to keep control of all of those tasks. Now, a lot of people ask me what I use for task management. And I have to say that one of my favorite tools is Asana. And let me actually take off this banner, but I love Asana. I am actually getting into using ClickUp, which is an interesting tool, but it has a lot of capabilities where you can fill out a form. It goes directly into the system and assigns all the tasks based on a template. Love that you can do that. But managing your tasks and managing your time is super important, because you're going to forget things the busier that you get. So again, number 1 is to delegate tasks, but with that, give a why on it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that one on the screen. So that's number 1. We have fun color combinations here today. So delegate tasks and give a why. And then the second one is to use task management. And by task management, I don't mean you have to have a tool. You can use just a piece of paper for that matter, but whatever you do in these busy times, use task management to best organize yourself. And the third thing that I love to do is have a weekly review. And the weekly review is really to get clear on what you need to do for that week. I personally do mine on Sunday, and I read through my emails, which a lot of people don't like to do that on a weekend, and that's fine. You can do it on any day, but go through your tasks and make sure that you understand what your high priority items are for the following week, and that you're super clear on what you need to accomplish, any deadlines that you have to hit for that week. I do weekly sprints, so I go from Sunday. So my official weekly sprint starts on a Monday and ends on a Sunday. So my team understands that that is our week to get things done. Some people work on weekends, some people work on weekdays. So we do our weekly review on Sunday after we've had a chance to see how the week went. But that's definitely one of my big secrets. And if I skip it, it's so obvious. I come to work on Monday just overly stressed, exceptionally stressed. Okay, so number 4 is to actually celebrate wins. I know that that's it sounds like so basic, right? But if you don't celebrate wins, especially with your team, again, it's all about building a group that wants to stick together and work to help each other. If we don't celebrate wins as a team, then everyone will feel, not everyone, but some people might feel underappreciated, or they might not feel recognized. Everyone has a different love language. And I know that sounds funny in a work environment, but a different appreciation language, we'll say. And so if you're not helping them to see the things that they are doing right, or being appreciative, giving them recognition, then you could lose your team, especially during this time when you have good team members. It takes so much to find team members. So celebrate the wins. But if you are on your own and you're a solopreneur, we don't get someone to pat us on the back. We actually have to literally do it ourselves. So celebrate the wins, or find somebody. Some of our mastermind groups, we are a great way for you to celebrate wins. I participate in several mastermind groups, and then we also have over on Momentum Studio. If you go to Facebook, we have Momentum Squad. It's a fun way to participate with other people. It's a women's group, but join Momentum Studio and celebrate your wins on our More Momentum page on Facebook, and you can get that support there as well. Then the final one is to log everything. I mean, I actually go back and look at how things worked. It's a postmortem, is a horrible way to put it, but I do look back at projects that we do, and actually write down what worked really well or what didn't work well. So look back and reflect. Again, postmortem sounds horrible, but that's what most of the companies that I worked with, they called it. After you're done with a project, after you're done with a task, if there's some big initiative that you're doing as a company, look back and say, hey, we could have been way better if we had done X, Y, Z. And you have to leave egos at the door. And when you do these reviews, make sure that you're setting that tone of like, we're not placing blame. There is no blame. Let's just figure out what worked or didn't work, and what we can do to improve it in the future. So thank you guys all so much for being here. Again, next week we'll be back with Tracy. I just wanted to give you my 5 tips for surviving stressful times in your business. And let me know if this was helpful in the chat. Again, share it out, follow our page. We're here every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time to bring you guys marketing tips, and in this case, a little bit of marketing and business management tips. So we'll see you guys next week. Thanks all.